Well, as you can imagine this morning here, Belle, the picture is just about as bleak as the weather. It feels a little bit like the morning of the 24th of June 2016, the morning after the UK referendum on exiting the European Union. I can't find one official in this town who's feeling positive this morning, and that's a feeling not just in Brussels but in many of the European capitals. A number of heads of state have been tweeting out in the last couple of hours their sentiments, like Lars Rasmussen, the Danish Prime Minister, saying he's feeling sad, he regrets the outcome. Similar comments coming from Mark Rutte, the Dutch Prime Minister. The Netherlands, after Ireland, is set to lose a lot, of course, from Brexit. But Mark Rutte, like many other heads of state, says the alternative and the solutions lie in London. And then we have Guy Verhofstadt. He's a Belgian MEP, and he's also the main spokesperson on behalf of the European Parliament when it comes to Brexit. And he was tweeting that the UK wanted to take back control, but instead everything is spiralling out of control. He believes the only way to get out of, quote, this mess is for all the parties to work together. And you mentioned there Michel Barnier. He's also been commenting. He also said he regrets the outcome, and this increases the likelihood of a no deal. He said the EU has done everything that it can do so far, and the impasse is now in London. And Michel Barnier, from the outset, has not really commented on internal domestic affairs in the United Kingdom. But interestingly enough, last night, just minutes ahead of that crucial vote, he actually tweeted out that it was dangerous what he was listening to in the House of Commons, that there was a misunderstanding that there would be a transitional period if the withdrawal agreement was not backed. He said that is not the case, and he was hoping that that withdrawal agreement would have been ratified by the House of Commons so that an orderly Brexit could pursue. But now the feeling in this town of Brussels and in many EU capitals is that a no-deal Brexit is looking a little bit more likely.
Well, let's talk about that no-deal Brexit. How far do you think Brussels would be prepared to shift, would be prepared to go to try to avoid a no-deal Brexit?
Well, very far. I mean, we've heard so many times from Jean-Claude Juncker and Donald Tusk that a no-deal Brexit would be a lose-lose scenario. The European Union would also lose greatly. The only thing that's certain now is that an EU Heads of State Spring Summit will be taking place here next week, Thursday and Friday, and it's likely to be dominated once again by Brexit. It will be the first time, Belle, that we'll see EU heads of state and government, the 27 of them, sit together to discuss the potentiality of an extension. This is something that almost 20 heads of state have said that they would do and would accommodate. But we're seeing a slight hardening of lines from many capitals. If they grant this extension, they want to make sure it is justified and that it would be supported by MPs in the House of Commons. So once again, the European Union and its member states in wait and see mode, waiting for clear signals from London before they move next.